Donald Trump and Melania Trump were married on January 22, 2005, in Palm Beach, Florida, at the Episcopal Church of Bethesda by the Sea. The wedding was a grand and lavish celebration that reflected the lifestyle of Donald Trump, who was already known as a billionaire businessman and television personality. Melania, who was born in Slovenia, had built a successful career as a model and had been with Donald Trump for several years before their marriage. Their relationship began in the late 1990s when they met at a party in New York City, hosted by an Italian businessman. Donald Trump was instantly drawn to Melania's elegance and beauty, and Melania was impressed by his confidence and ambition. Although Donald was a well-known figure in the American media, Melania was more private and reserved, which made their relationship unique and often discussed in public. When the wedding day arrived, it was attended by many celebrities, politicians, and influential figures. The ceremony itself was held at the historic church in Palm Beach, where Melania walked down the aisle wearing a gown designed by John Galliano for the fashion house Christian Dior. The dress was crafted with great detail and became one of the most talked about bridal gowns of that time. After the ceremony, the guests moved to Mar-a-Lago, which is Donald Trump's private estate in Palm Beach, for a lavish reception filled with fine food, music, and celebrations. When the wedding day arrived, it was attended by many celebrities, politicians, and influential figures. The ceremony itself was held at the historic church in Palm Beach, where Melania walked down the aisle, wearing a gown designed by John Galliano for the fashion house Christian Dior. The dress was crafted with great detail and became one of the most talked about bridal gowns of that time. After the ceremony, the guests moved to Mar-a-Lago, which is Donald Trump's private estate in Palm Beach, for a lavish reception filled with fine food, music, and celebrations. Donald Trump, who later became the 45th President of the United States, was married to Melania Knaus on January 22, 2005 in Palm Beach, Florida. The event was one of the most highly publicized weddings of its time, because Donald Trump was already a famous businessman and television personality, and Melania was a well-known model. Their marriage was covered by media outlets across the world and became a significant moment in both of their lives. The wedding took place at the Episcopal Church of Bethesda by the Sea, which is a historic and beautiful church located in Palm Beach. Melania walked down the aisle in a stunning gown designed by John Galliano for Christian Dior. The gown was known for its intricate details and dramatic train-making. It was one of the most iconic wedding dresses of that era. After the ceremony, the guests were invited to a lavish reception at Donald Trump's private Mar-a-Lago estate, where fine dining and grand celebrations took place. Notable guests included political figures such as Bill and Hillary Clinton, along with celebrities from business and entertainment circles. The marriage of Donald and Melania marked the beginning of a public journey that would later place them in the White House. Now, if we look at a full documentary-style story about Donald Trump's personal life, it would begin with his childhood. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946 in Queens, New York. He grew up in a large family with 4 siblings. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer, while his mother, Mary Ann McLeod. Trump came from Scotland. Donald attended private schools from an early age, but was known for being energetic and sometimes difficult to control. As a teenager, he was enrolled in the New York Military Academy, where he learned discipline and leadership skills. This shaped his confidence and determination traits that would later define his career. After high school, Donald Trump attended Fordham University and later transferred to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied economics. He graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics and immediately began working in his father's real estate business. By the early 1970s, Donald was already showing ambition and charisma. He expanded the family business beyond middle-class housing projects in Brooklyn and Queens and began pursuing larger developments in Manhattan. Donald Trump rose to prominence in the 1980s when he built landmark properties such as the Grand Hyatt Hotel and the famous Trump Tower in New York City. Trump Tower became a symbol of his bold style and luxury branding. Throughout this period, he became known for his business ventures in real estate, hotels, casinos, and golf courses. His name became a brand associated with wealth and glamour. Donald Trump's personal life was also highly publicized. He was first married to Ivana Trump, a model from Czechoslovakia. They married in 1977 and had 3 children. Donald Jr. Ivanka and Eric Ivana was deeply involved in the Trump organization, and together they became a power couple in New York society. However, their marriage ended in divorce in 1992 due to Donald's highly publicized relationship with Marla Maples. Donald married Marla Maples in 1993, and they had one daughter, Tiffany Trump. Their marriage lasted until 1999 when they divorced. Afterward, Donald remained single for a few years until he met Melania in 1998 at a party in New York. Melania, who had moved from Slovenia to pursue a career in modeling, was immediately noticed by Donald for her grace and elegance. Their relationship grew despite public attention and occasional challenges, and by 2004, Donald proposed to Melania with a large diamond ring. Their marriage followed a year later with global media coverage. The documentary on Donald Trump's personal life would also highlight his role as a father. He has 5 children in total: Donald Jr., Ivanka, Eric, Tiffany, and Barron. His children have often been part of his business and political activities. Ivanka especially became a significant public figure and advisor during his presidency. In addition to his personal relationships, the documentary would also focus on Donald Trump's rise as a television star. In 2004, he launched the reality show The Apprentice on NBC. The show became a massive success and introduced Donald to millions of viewers as a strong, decisive businessman. His catchphrase, "You are fired," became iconic, and the program ran for many seasons. This television success added to his fame and cemented his place as a household name. The next phase of the documentary would examine Donald Trump's entry into politics. He had considered running for president several times in the past, but in 2015 he officially announced his candidacy for the Republican Party. His campaign was unconventional and often controversial, but it resonated with a large number of Americans who felt left behind by traditional politicians. Donald's slogan, "Make America Great Again," became a rallying cry for his supporters. In November 2016, Donald Trump won the presidential election, defeating Hillary Clinton in a shocking upset. His victory was one of the most unexpected moments in modern American political history. Donald Trump was inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States on January 20th, 2017. His presidency focused on policies related to immigration, economic growth, trade reform, and a strong America First message. The documentary would also cover challenges of Donald Trump's presidency, which included constant media scrutiny, 2 impeachments, sharp political divisions, and major global events such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Through it all, Donald and Melania remained central figures in world news. Their marriage continued to be analyzed, but they presented a united front at public events,